everyone, and welcome to Innovate 5G's In 5G News discussion about top tips for 5G applications with Simon Buckingham, the CEO of Nonvoice. So Simon, please do introduce yourself.
Great. Thank you, Jessica. Much appreciated. Yes, I'm Simon from Nonvoice. We represent about 40 5G app developers across enterprise and consumer. So we have a really good relationship with a lot of innovative app developers around the world. We have about 70 agents constantly looking for new apps that we can add to our portfolio. And then we package all the apps together into a portal called Nonvoice Alive. And we offer that to telcos and handset companies so that they can show their consumers the benefits of 5G.
Thanks, Simon, for the introduction. Let's jump into it. So Simon, what are the top tips for applications on 5G?
So all of the apps that we represent do work on 4G, but when you add 5G into the equation, you get a lot more capability, you get a lot more functionality. So when we look at 5G apps, what we're thinking about are things like simulcasting, the ability to actually broadcast your gameplay live on Twitch, on YouTube, on Facebook at the same time. These are the kind of things that really you can only do on a 5G network. Similarly, the multiplayer augmented reality games, they really require that low latency, that high bandwidth, because if you and I were both playing, Jessica, we'd be throwing the virtual basketballs up towards the hoop, and we would want them to sort of collide in real time. You wouldn't want there to be a lot of lag. So things like multiplayer augmented reality is something that requires mobile edge compute or 5G capabilities. We also think about ultra high definition ray rendered video. So when you start to think about 4K video, 8K video, 360-degree video, volumetrically captured video, you really do need that 5G network to be able to broadcast those types of high quality video experiences. So, there are lots of different factors that go into making a 5G app and unlocking that extra functionality. Let me give you some examples of some of the 5G apps that we work with here at the Nonvoice Agency. You can just see them all on the website, but if you take a look at this app, for example, it's a skateboarding app, as you can see. It uses augmented reality. So augmented reality is, for us, the killer application for 5G, both for consumers and enterprises. When you can start overlaying digital objects into your own physical environment, you start to be able to create very compelling experiences. So this is a skateboarding game. This particular title is called World League Live and comes out of Italy. Essentially, there are two video windows. So obviously, one of the things that 5G does is enable video communications, as we all know, and these augmented reality filters that you can see. So in this particular game, you can have a video chat party with your friends. Each soccer game lasts for 2 minutes. So it's a very quick, fast, fun type of sports game. So, it's another thing where you get those extra video functionality and the extra capabilities that are enabled by 5G. This is a basketball game from Germany, from a company called Forward Game. It's called Dunker, and you actually move your phone around and you shoot basketballs, and it gets progressively more difficult. The hoop starts moving, and then you have to, then the floor becomes lava, and all sorts of fun effects that demonstrate the fun of 5G. This particular app is called Bookful. It comes from an Israeli developer called Immersion. With 5G, you can unlock these ultra high definition array rendered videos where it's hard to distinguish between your own reality and the quality of the video. It becomes really, really powerful using 5G. So you can see these books presented in 3 dimensions. You can see them presented using augmented reality, using high definition video. You can see the quality, and this type of experience is delivered through the low lag and the high bandwidth of the 5G network. The other thing that you can do, again, using multiple video windows, we see a lot of the 5G apps that use multiple video windows, where in this particular case with Caribou, grandma can be reading to her granddaughter. They can be reading the books together. They can be turning the pages together. They can be playing games. They can be drawing together. So 5G enables you to have multiple video participants, along with screen sharing and content sharing, all at the same time, to create these really special family educational experiences. When it comes to the enterprise market, it's also a very powerful type of environment for 5G. We work with this company that is a volumetric video company based out of the US, and they actually do this kind of video commerce type of environment, where you can actually overlay the clothing and into your environment. You've got a 360-degree view, so you can see all the angles and really start to visualize very clearly what the item of clothing is going to look like. One thing that has become very popular over the course of the last couple of years with the pandemic is this whole idea of video commerce. So what this UK-based company has been doing is actually replacing the chat bot that typically pops up on websites and is just text. Replacing that with a video window where you can talk live to a sales representative. They can actually talk you through, advise you in real time. You can populate your shopping cart together. And actually, have this. And what we see from companies that implement this type of social video commerce is that they get a lot more conversions. They get bigger sales orders. They get much greater satisfaction and loyalty. So again, this use of multiple video windows, this use of video, this is all powered and enabled by 5G.
So what is the biggest difference to you from 4G to 5G? And the second part of that question is how are your companies handling between having to go from 4G to 5G and then back to 4G since 5G is not deployed nationwide yet?
I think that the biggest difference between 4G and 5G is you really don't need your home Wi-Fi anymore. You can do a lot of things over broadband that you used to be able just to do in the home environment. That is just that incredible bandwidth and capability that you have now on your cell phone that previously you wouldn't be able to access. The networks are very good. The applications are very good, and the networks are very good. So we're able to detect 5G presence and upgrade and downgrade the experience accordingly. So at the moment in the US, the T-Mobile network is pretty ubiquitous across the country. They have very strong mid-band coverage, whereas in some cases like Verizon and AT&T, they're mostly relying on what we call millimeter wave, ultra high definition, ultra bandwidth, which is only available in sports stadia and airports and limited locations. So when you design your app, you do very much need to make sure that you cater for 4G, but then you have those surprise and delight moments when you're in those high bandwidth 5G environments.
And in your opinion, where do you see 5G? What area do you see 5G impacting the most, whether it's sports, mobile apps, or enterprises?
I think actually 5G will really affect all of them. Some people think consumer is big, other people think enterprise is big. I think actually it will transform everything. I think I think that the more video, the more streaming, the more augmented reality, the more simulcasting. I think all of these capabilities apply both to enterprise and consumer, and I think that there will be a lot of new applications and innovation unlocked by 5G.
Thanks so much, Simon, for joining us today for our talk about top tips for 5G applications. Follow Innovate 5G on Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook to hear more information about applications on 5G.